So I'm here today with Janece, who is our hotel procurement manager. And EventConnect is a rapidly growing, scaling company, and we're always hiring. But we just wanted to talk a little bit about the procurement team in itself, and really what makes a great employee there, and some parallels out in the industry. So it is a really niche role in our company. Do you want to explain a little bit about what your team does at EventConnect?
Yeah, for sure. So the hotel procurement team, so we are primarily, what our main goal is to contract those great rates, those team-friendly hotels, but also build relationships with these hotels and essentially make sure all stakeholders are happy. So the stakeholders can vary anything from the teams, the tournament director, the CVB, the hotels. There's a lot that is involved with the procurement team, so there's a lot of moving pieces within the department too.
Absolutely. So when we look at our procurement team, what are some really key characteristics or qualities that we see in our team that make them successful at what they do every day? Because we have one of the best teams out there.
For sure. So someone who's very highly detail oriented and someone who's very good at looking at the big picture. Again, there's a lot of moving pieces, so the ability to analyze data and successfully implement strategies to ensure our event's success.
Awesome. So this is a really niche market in itself, and some of our roles, we kind of joke around, are a little bit like unicorns, trying to find people for them. You know, we look out there in the market, there are some other jobs that run parallel. So if we see certain qualifications or experience on resumes, we're like, oh, actually that lends really well to the job. What are some of those roles that you've seen that have been really successful in that chair?
Absolutely. So anything within hospitality, just because they've got the contract negotiations in there, they've got the industry knowledge, the industry experience, and then in addition to that, project management actually translates very, very well into the position as well. So with project management, it's about managing stakeholders' expectations while building those strong relationships, contract negotiation skills, so that also develops really well into the role.
Awesome. What are some KPIs in the role that we measure today to indicate success in the job?
Yeah, for sure. So looking at just the overall number of rooms that we contract, when we contract those rooms, and then in addition to that, keeping the hotels happy, so make sure we're getting back to the hotels in a timely manner, and then keeping those tournament directors happy, so making sure that we're getting those events through, contracting exactly what their expectations are to ensure their events are successful.
Awesome. What do you think is one of the hardest parts of the job? Because it's not the easiest job inside the company. What do you think the hardest part is?
I think maybe understanding that no 2 days are the same, and there's a lot of gray areas. So something that might have worked yesterday might not work today. And so with that, one of the key skills that a lot of people do end up developing, if not already, would be emotional intelligence, just to have those tough conversations while having empathy within those conversations, and building those relationships and maintaining those relationships is kind of a key part of that as well.
Awesome. So you and I have been in the industry together a really long time. And so when you started here at EventConnect, what are some things that really set this company apart from other companies that we've both been a part of, or really in the industry altogether?
I think just overall, the approachability within management, it's wonderful to be able to go to the leaders and feel like you're not alone when tackling a problem. In addition to that, just the overall mentorship and just kind of the cross-department collaboration is wonderful to see. And just the overall opportunity to kind of showcase your skills and potentially grow within the company is always wonderful as well.
That's awesome. This is an ever-changing industry. It changes all the time. What are some of the top skills that you think are going to be needed here in, say, in the next 5 years? Because we've really seen hospitality, sport, tourism really change, even since COVID a few years ago.
Yeah, for sure. So the ability to analyze data is a really big thing. It's kind of not going to go away. There's a lot of stuff with AI being implemented, and technology is always evolving. And while it is evolving, it's never going to take away kind of the nitty-gritty of the role. And I think that's kind of the key component of that. So just being able to maintain those relationships and having those strong personal skills that's going to be big. That's going to really separate us because you can implement all the AI and all the tech that you want. At the end of the day, you have partnerships to build and relationships to maintain. So that will be a big, heavy focus.
That's a really good point, right? People see us as a tech company and they assume that we don't have that human touch.
Yes.
Can you maybe just talk about how much technology plays a role for our team in contracting and how much that human element plays a big impact too, and how we do really ensure that we're maintaining that concept of hospitality when we're working with hotels?
Absolutely. So technology is a big part of the role, like you said, and just with the company in general. And the one thing that's really cool is with our in-house development team, that means we can kind of always scale kind of with the times and kind of see what trends are within the industry and put in these tech solutions to kind of go with it. Now, on the flip side, with that being said, we still need those personal phone calls. We still need to be able to analyze that data to ensure that we keep teams happy. Are we getting the right hotels, which is something that AI or tech can't always do for us. So those are two very key components there.
Awesome. What are some of the tech releases that we've had over the last little bit that have made you really excited in your job?
For sure. So I'll actually share two. So I'll share one that's a former tech release, actually, that I still love. I love to showcase it. So it's the Share with Teams button. So it's something that's featured on the hotel dashboard itself. So if a team calls into a hotel directly, instead of them forwarding them back to EventConnect where they see the main feed with all the hotels, they can go into their dashboard, copy the link, which is this Share with Teams button, email this link to the team where only their hotel will be displayed. It stops teams from being able to shop around and will only book at their specific property. And now another feature that I really enjoy that's been recently released would be this hosts feature. So essentially in EventConnect, we've created different hosts based on different cities. So these would be hotels that have been selected that we work really well with in the areas. And so when we would click that, it would save us from having to select each individual hotel whenever we create the RFP, and it would automatically go to those specific hotels for each event that we choose it.
Yeah, those two requests really have helped increase our hotel relationships as well, right? Those pre-curated lists, but that Share with Teams link is my absolute favorite too.
It's a hotel favorite as well.
Awesome, perfect, thank you.